Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Heads Will Roll Reforged, episode number 8, season 2, the Virtuous Peasant number 2, as he's now been named. So Virtuous Peasant number 2, I think I'm having a lot of fun playing him in this area, which is very different gameplay style. It's more about managing money in the context. It's kind of cool to run him, not in this way where we're super concerned about the story, about the endgame fight, but actually just kind of being involved in like the minutia, the stuff that wasn't that important, like the crafting and all that. It's supplementary. It's now become forefront for us to try to maintain enough money to keep going. And we're at 666 as I remember. And off camera I just put our old equipment back on. Don't really think we need the lucky clover though, although our virtue has gone up already. Yeah, 97. So we might just keep that on for now, and then before the next battle I may replace it with, not that. Even the loot would be better probably than now. Maybe not. Maybe that is the thing I want. You know, in fact, let me go to the chest and just... Perhaps we want to equip the Butcher's Blade instead. Perhaps the Butcher's Blade is better than the Knight's Chain in this case. If I want to make sure to keep the 5 virtue that I have, it's not that big of a deal. But now we have 2 spots in there. I don't know. We don't really have any use for it. And we have 16 inventory spots as it is. Okay, so what else did I want to say? We're ready to go in, but the stats are pretty high. I wanted to mention that we're technically in Chapter 4, week 2. So, although we haven't advanced to Chapter 5 yet, so we still have time. So it looks like we almost had like 2 Chapter 4s. Well, that's what we did, 2 weeks in Chapter 4, which means that this bar is not the same as how I perceived it in like the Mercenary Quest in France. It seems like we just have more time. We're not fatigued at all. I don't know. As at the end of week 1, I was nervous. We, drank the wine just to get our fatigue back lower, and then nothing happened at the end of it. But I'm always expecting a fight, right? So, we currently are pretty low. I'm pretty sure we don't have enough time to do a full training with the coach. This would also cost money. So what I'm planning to do is just kind of do a little bit, maybe like agility, I think, endurance. And then we'll immediately play the loot to bring it back. And we don't have a whole lot of time. I think I'll still go with 1 endurance. And that's it. So, let's see what the next phase has in store for us. We should, if it costs 300, was it 300 or 350? Just show me the quests. Tavern? Jobs? Okay. Well, they're persistent. But anyway, if it only costs 300, I can't remember if it was 300 or 350. I think it was 300. Then we should have enough money left for the next one already. The week is coming to an end, which means it's time to pay the bills and settle accounts with creditors. The rent is 300. And week 3. Okay, fascinating. And I guess it's the same thing again. Well, we know what we want to do. We want to check the jobs. These are the things which are going to make us the most money. We could take an order from the blacksmith. No problem taking an order. Alright. Wealthy Maidstone merchant requests you to craft lightweight helmet and armor for his young son. I guess that would mean no penalty, which we're definitely capable of doing. Sum of all stat debuffs not higher than 1. Head cover not lower than 80. Very, very doable. And sum of all stats lower than 3. Prestige not lower than 20. Extremely doable. Really. We just need to find the right stuff. The problem is, how are you supposed to pick up the materials for this? It's almost impossible, right? But let me just see our chest real fast. Do we have the makings? Yeah, we might be able to do it just with this. And I don't really have a use for the leather armor unless we're going to be brawling again. Before we do anything though, let's actually take a look at what kind of jobs come up. Gradually settling in Maidstone once again after a long absence, you get up to date with local affairs, scandals, and incidents. Most of them, of course, are of interest only for gossipers in the market, or at most for lazy chatter over a pint of ale in the tavern. But there is also something that deserves attention. A couple months ago, people began to disappear in a nearby forest. Hunters who were out for the game, peasants who went to gather mushrooms and berries, or children sent for brushwood. Oh, not the children. Relatives of those who went missing have already tried several times to organize a search, but most of the time it did not lead to anything. At last, and last time everything turned into a new tragedy. The group that went into a search was attacked by some infernal monster, which in the blink of an eye devoured several people alive and turned everyone else into such a wild horror that they, what the hell, having managed to escape and return, were unable to even clearly describe this fiend of hell. Wow! This game does, just like it did in France, wander off into the fantastical every now and then. From the semi-coherent nonsense that they rambled, it appeared that the attacking creature was horn-tailed, clawed, and fanged. Its eyes burned with fire, and its bloodthirsty mouth drooled with foam. What the heck? After these events, which caused a big stir in the town and its surroundings, the mayor of Maidstone announced a reward for catching and slaying the monster. However, the amount of those willing to go to the forest for some reason has noticeably decreased. Thus, the promised reward has still not been claimed by anyone. Yeah, we'll take the job. Unlike other inhabitants of Maidstone, stories about a monster dwelling in the forest do not make a big impression on you, and you readily volunteer to deal with it. Look, I wouldn't say it that way. You're putting words in my mouth a little bit, game. I would say that we're certainly cautious and not ecstatic about the possibility of facing such a monster, but what are you going to do? Money's money, we need it. We actually have enough already for our next amount, but yeah, so let's, before we go, let's give this guy his armor. The last thing we ever do is craft this poor guy his armor. Hopefully not the last thing we ever do, but it's possible. Let's not rule out the possibility that it happens. So, inventory, we'll take the blacksmith over that, we'll take the working gloves over that, we'll go craft this. Leather, mail, and this has to be over 20 prestige, and it's only 1 stat penalty, 263. Should be a good amount of money. I'm not sure if they're still going to take all our money for doing this, but at least our reputation will go up. And then, if we die to this monster, beast, whatever, people will at least remember us as that guy who had high reputation. You know, before all this went terribly wrong. So let's turn in the lightened armor. I hope this is the one. We're up to 60. Seems pretty good. Yeah, so I don't know if that 60 is on top. We're at 66. No, sorry, we weren't at 66. We would have been at 366. And then from 366, we got 75. 375, right? Anyway, I'm close. It's around that. I can't do math on camera because you get nervous and you start making it worse. But we satisfied that. We honestly could also satisfy his maximum 1 if we just gave him our current helmet. I'm not even going to bother trading, though. I'm just going to... We have a chapelle de fer, so all we need is an Aventail. We add that together and boom, we're good. But yeah, we're not going to do that. We're just going to wander off. Let's once again equip our inventory that we need. Training can't be a bad thing, right? And we have the money right now, so I think we'll train a little bit more with our coach. Take us to max. I'm going to use the bathhouse. Let's see how much time this takes. We're at the tea and event. That's a ton of time. Did get lucky that our vitality increased, but by increasing your vitality by training 3 times, doing that gives you 1 extra strength. I mean, it's free 2 hit points. We're not going to complain about it. For this monster, I think I'm going to risk it just by going into endurance maybe 1 more time. Well, we can do like 2 of these and then loot twice or something like that and see if it gives us a little bit of fatigue to go in. Because we'd like to not waste any time. Going with strength. Agility. We also have 4 points and talent points now because the last melee weapon, I guess, gave us another tick. Did we get, by the way, yeah, still chapter 4, still sitting on 0 extra civic talents. Okay, well, let's go ahead and play the loot 1 more time, and we'll be okay going off on this crazy adventure like this, but make sure that first our inventory is all set. Yeah, everything is the best we have, at least. I probably will switch this Butcher's Blade in for the 4-leaf clover, but that will happen only once we encounter someone we need to fight. I think our weapon skill may be high enough. I mean, this one does give you agility and weapon skill, though, so is the 5... Do I really need to Yeah, we're not even going to lose much of the virtue, only 2 points of it. Because we'll go up to 100, but then back down to 95. Original point was 97. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that. Let's go travel and find this thing. After a thorough preparation, you go... Uh-oh. Preparation, what? You go into the forest and search for the mysterious monster. As you wander deeper into the thicket, the tension rises, convincing yourself that there is nothing to be afraid of. You calm down a little. And then there's a growl! Alright, yeah, alright. So, we're going with Knight's Chain here. I think it is the better choice. Agility is what really tipped it over for me. Too bad we won't get extra loot for this, but then what does a werewolf thing even give you? And make sure that I have... We have Coagulant, which we're probably going to need for this fight. I'm suspicious that this is going to be a bleed frenzy. But we also have Canteen. Got to be very liberal with our use of things here. Don't want to die on this fight. Have plenty to live for. It's a bear. A rabid bear. Who is going to hit like a truck. Turns out our shield, not useful. Strength of 50. What are the odds here? Wow, that's crazy. 47%, not bad at all. Yeah, he's got poisoned. Oh dear, triple poison. Now he's already toxic. We are, thank the heavens. Well, a little ironic. Thank the not heavens. Thank the underworld, I guess. We're wearing this Pinnacle Shield pendant, which is going to prevent injury for us. So that's good. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure what this attack is going to look like. Pretty good though, not bad. And he's not wearing any armor. Turns out bears often don't. I've been told. What's the best way of starting this? What's the feint look like? How do you even feint a bear? I'm not sure, but 70% is a pretty good chance. I'm a little nervous. I think everyone should be. Is it worth it taking one of the antidotes? Well, I think what we're going to do is take the antidote if something gets inflicted upon us first. And that should also, I believe, cure some toxicity. Yes. So the poison shield would make sense. We could just have it on us, but no, let's just... Wait. It's already bleeding? Why? I don't know. Strange, crazy. Was this from the previous attack? No one knows. And by the way, why am I not just chopping it right away? Even when I'm from a defensive stance, we can get 80% on the body. Yeah, why not do that? I've got a critical strike to, even better. I don't want to play any games with this guy, though. 50 strength means that, it's close to one hitting us. So, we'll recover right away. I think we'll recover right away. Or do we want to increase his fatigue? I mean, it's not... There's no way he's ever going to get fatigued. 85. We're probably better off just killing him. Which would only be one more hit? Are you kidding me? What? Alright, let's respite first. Probably should have recovered first. Thank God he missed. Recover, just to make things extra safe. Good. Respite again. Put us down to not quite 0. Looks like we are dodging nicely. Weapon skill of 20. I mean, that is pretty high. Agility of 22. It didn't have to be this way, but it looks like it will be. An early night for this bear. What? Well, he'll die eventually. I guess this is actually better for us. We can respite once, and then he dies. Get one free respite in. Okay. Worth 100, that's it? Overhead strikes damage is additionally increased by 1/4 of your strength. Okay. Not bad. I mean, I think we'll end up selling that rather than do anything else. I hope, by the way, that we get a monstrous reward for this. Let's find out. After slaying the monster, you cut off its head and deliver it to the Maidstone Mayor. Are you kidding me? 100 florins? This just does not make any sense. What is going on with this town? They pay us 150 to be a brawler for a single day. They pay us 100 to go kill off this monstrous, evil beast. What kind of economy are we dealing with here? This doesn't make any sense. Holy cow. I mean, if you had asked me before that mission was completed what kind of value I thought the quest reward would be, in my head I was like, okay, well, it's not going to be like crazy. Probably like 300 to 500? No, 100. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, anyway, let's not belabor the point. What a waste, though. What a waste. What am I even trying to do? Go to jobs, look for a job. There's nothing... nothing else suitable. Alright, well, let's see what this trading can do then. We'll sell this bear paw. I feel like the extra damage, for me, it's more about landing hits, like winning the percentage battles. The damage you inflict, not as important, but, you know, we'll sell that and we'll get a good amount for it, which is nice. I think we're in great shape, though. I'm going to go ahead and equip this trinket as well for now, just in case we get prestige back. I mean, virtue back. Okay. So, train? What the hell do we even do? We have enough money as it is. Yeah, I'm a little bit not sure about what's happening here. I guess I can go and do some crafting things, but I'm worried that... And we didn't really do this in the last one. Did we not do blacksmithing in the last one? Maybe we didn't. Because we didn't have to pay an extra fee. Does that mean that it was a one-time fee in the first week and we don't have to pay that in week 2, week 3? Which is great. By the way, who pays 300 florins every... Seems like a lot of money for a rental. What kind of craziness is this? What is the economy in this place? You'd have to kill 3 monstrous bears a week just to pay rent? That doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make any sense. Alright, it's a game, Tortuga. Calm down. Let's do some training. Let's train with a coach. Get this maxed. Let's do endurance. And then I think we will use our loot. Save ourselves a little bit of money. It's definitely better to use the bathhouse, but I don't know how much better. Train with the coach. We can only do this twice more. I think 35 is the cap. So we're almost there, and that's in chapter 4. For me, just if I compare by chapter, this is the best my character has ever been in chapter 4. Yeah, we'll do one more. It's probably gonna... I mean, we might want to use the bathhouse. Can we squeeze in one? Yeah, if we could, that would be really good. But maybe we can train one. And getting 37 in endurance just looks fantastic. I'm trying to hit the sweet spot where we end up... Yeah, there. That's perfect. Now let's use the bathhouse. Alright, let's go back and do some trades, see if we can get... Ooh, Nobleman's Shield. Yeah, this is too light. Now, skill armor is not craftable, apparently, so can't do anything with that. We didn't get anything else I wanted. I guess I could do leather and just do the whole thing where we could sell some things. I mean, it's so cheap. Let's buy 3 of these and do, well, 2 of them. I guess we already have 1 in our inventory. And buy 2 of these. And you know what? I'll buy 2 more even. You know what? I'll just buy a whole bunch. Can always do something with these. But let's go and craft a couple bags, sell them. This is minor stuff, but let's do it. Let's do it. So, got the extra cloth here. That's what I was looking for. We have plenty of leather. We can put as much of it back, really, as we want. We only need 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So we have 3 and 3. And the wine bottle, that's right. That does not go in here, right? Okay, no. But we'll leave it in case we want to use it to... I mean, actually, why... we should have bought the tankard. I just saw it, the wooden tankard, which prevents alcoholism-related events. Our virtue is high enough that we probably can get away with drinking a little bit of alcohol to reduce our fatigue in the town. It's probably worth it, better than playing the loot even. Because it's very cost effective, much better than the bathhouse, right? 30 money versus, I mean, it's not as beneficial, but I think it takes less time. No, that's not true. I don't know if that's true. Okay, so let's get it. The one last thing I need out is the working gloves, inventory, do our swapping. Okay, go over, craft, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Craft, got 2 of them. Hooray. I don't think I'm going to do this thing itself. We'll just go to the trade directly. Nobleman's bracers, no, these are bad. Ah, no, this is what I already have. There's a one with 10. No, that's right. You have to get that from the lady over in France, which we are not going to do, so forget that. Hauberk. Now, if we had something to pair with this, it would be good. And we already, that's right, we already satisfied that. We need the helmet stuff. Stone ring. I think the fatigue recovery +3 might be better than the +1 health. That's my thought on it. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy another bottle as well. Let's sell the 2 sacks. We're at 581, so we're still going to make it for the next one. And, okay, so we could make more water things, but you know, why bother? I think it just doesn't make sense not to at least ask about this. Oh my gosh, sacks. Okay. Helmet. We're going to just have to live in the trade screen if we actually want to do that. But let's first up the endurance a little bit. Yeah, that seems fine. I'm willing to live with that, even though it's technically fatigue level 2. How is that possible? We're just barely there. Maybe I'll do one more and then loot. Why is... Wait, what the hell? Why is our agility down to 25? Right, because we're not wearing all the good stuff. Okay, makes sense. Speaking of drinking alcohol, this is probably a good time to do that, but yeah. Leather. Yeah, let's put this leather back. We have 5 spots. Don't need it right now. A second wine bottle. Probably don't need both. But yeah, that's right. That's what we want to do. We want to drink. I hope we have enough time left to drink. Because again, I don't know what happens at the end of these times. We're just continuing to get better and better, but what's really happening, I don't know. And we don't have I guess we don't have a way to satisfy the request because we're not getting the next stuff that we need. It's probably worth buying leather armor and a hauberk just so we can finish off whatever comes next. I think I will buy the leather armor. Just making sure that we have enough, yeah, after buying that to still afford the 300. But nothing else we can really use here. Except for cloth. Okay, let's go ahead and finish that quest then, since we're already equipped to do it. We get 1, 2, 3. And we'll go back and make, hopefully, another bag. It was bags. Please tell me it was sacks. Okay. We need 3 of them. Well, shoot. I guess we'll just craft them anyway, and then... We got 2. Was I even wearing my stuff? I was. Good. How could we possibly get enough cloth for the last one, though? I don't think it's possible. A bandage, by the way, is something you can... I think you can craft that. I love the Morningstar, by the way. Very good weapon. Beer mug. This is the one I was talking about. Alcoholism-related events. I think it's worth just having, because we probably are going to use this more and more. I also like the mail armor. It's nice to have that around, but we won't have enough if we buy that. And when there's no more cloth. So we're SOL for that quest. Which is fine. We might as well just trade the bags away then. we're still making money on it. So it's not that big of a deal. Alright, put this stuff back and we'll end the chapter. Another chapter down. Oh, am I still super fatigued? Not see, well... What does that look like? Let me go to the... I think it's fine for us to just play the loot once for that. I'm not even sure if the end of week 3 is anything special, if it's another fight or not. We'll prepare as if it is, so let's swap in the usual suspects. 1 and... Doesn't really matter if we choose that or not. I think I'll still use this. We might want a lucky roll. And then we'll put the leather away, we'll put the beer mug away for now, workers' gloves definitely. We'll leave the blacksmith's hammer. So I'm mostly leaving that just in case we have a place where we need an extra inventory slot. That should give us an extra inventory slot. And we still have 2 free spots, but we have 14 inventory space with us. I think we're ready to do it. So yes, let's play the loot one more time. And we're not quite out of there, but we're close. Week is coming to an end, which means it's time to pay bills and settle accounts with creditors. 300 florins. About a month after you return to Maidstone, news reaches the town that a full-fledged conflict has broken out between the young prince, the son of the old king who died in the war, and the parliament, and both sides are now hastily gathering troops. Following this, soon a group of recruiters arrives in the town who offer free citizens to join the ranks of the parliamentary army and protect the kingdom from the arbitrariness of the distraught prince. Volunteers are promised a good salary as well as food, equipment, and uniforms at government expense. Not so long ago, when you sailed from France, you harbored great hopes about how wonderful your peaceful life would be upon returning home. See, I don't want to accept a life. I would accept a life to fight the Parliament, who are the evil ones. I don't know what this choice offers, what this choice means, though. Does living a civil life end the game for us? I don't know. It's a risk I'm going to have to take because I would rather wait for an opportunity to attack the Parliament. Reality, as it often happens, turned out to be no sugar, but you managed it. You found a place to live, paid off your debts, and even started earning some money. It's not that the war is looming on the horizon again. You prefer to give way to the others. You've had your fair share already. I don't think I like the way this is being written. Is that the end of the game? Uh-oh. Scraping by with various odd jobs, you earn a simple living without any frills. You don't starve, yet you don't have any extra money either. That's not true. I have extra money. For someone, such a finale would be a sad disappointment. What? Writing this isn't quite right. For a person, such a finale would be a sad disappointment. But you are no person. You are subhuman. When you went to France against your will, you only dreamed of returning home safely and leading a normal, peaceful life, and now that wish has come true. Over time, you get a wife and children, and after saving up some money, you move into now your own house. Wait, we already had our own house. Oh no, it was a rental, that's right. Where you spend the rest of your days enjoying the peace and quiet. Uh-oh. Ending 15 on 19. Okay, so we have ended the game. Accidentally. But we have ended the game without dying. Civil life, I got a Steam achievement for civil life, nobody. So we ended up a nobody. That's great. Total score was only up by 2,500. I mean, this is still an accomplishment, a lot of these guys, including a rabid bear. So we completed 7 chapters. That's really not true. We completed 4, but I guess each one of those weeks did count in some way as its own chapter. Maybe we should have chosen to do the fight for the Parliament, but that would just make me a little bit sick, fighting for count I would like to fight against. Look, it's unfortunate that it happened this way, but it's an opportunity for us to start a new character, blitz through the initial French Cambrai part, and get back, I think, to England, and do basically anything other than what we just did. We'll see. I'm not sure. I mean, I'll kind of listen to response from the comments. Maybe we'll take a week break or something to kind of like let things simmer out. I would love to actually stream this a little bit more on Twitch. Try some more things out, become a little bit more familiar with, like, knowing that this ending wouldn't go anywhere. Would have been nice to know before I selected it, but I'm okay that it happened. And we'll look at it. For the next time, we're also going to have more character generation points. The next peasant. So we had random peasant number 1, then we had virtuous peasant number 2. We could still be a virtuous peasant. It's really a poor peasant is what we ended up as. Virtuous poor peasant number 2. VPP. Anyway, we'll see what number 3 is. Let's just control that. So we got to level 455. Not that high, but character generation points are even higher. We'll do something else exciting in the next playthrough. Until then, hope you enjoyed this series. Thanks for watching, and take care.